Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another exciting edition of Let's Paint TV. We're back for an encore performance. You guys liked us so much. We're back again for one more run through. That run through we have each and every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon. It is Let's Paint TV, the most exciting show ever. Okay. It's the show that's the show that's the show that is the show. The show that's as exciting as paint drying. Yeah. That phrase I hate, I gotta admit. It's like watching paint dry, man. Something, you cringe. I cringe a lot. I do. I cringe a lot over a lot of stuff. And maybe I should stop cringing. But I can't help myself. I like to cringe. Okay, 818-528-4516. Had a great time yesterday with you. I can only hope we have as great a time as we have had all these years today. Might happen. It might just happen. I'm going to get the treadmill running, and maybe we'll do some painting. We were working on this painting here. I don't know if it's sort of out. Is that going to look a little better if I go over it? We kind of started this on Labor Day, this painting, and we're kind of short on paint, so we're kind of limited. We have a limited plethora of paint colors. We're limited in the color selection, so that means we are going to, if we pursue anything here with this painting, it gets weird though, because you think like, well, wait a second, am I wasting my paint on something that's not even going to amount to anything? I know there is that issue. We deal with that. I grasp that issue, and I know particularly when you're starting off painting, art supplies are not cheap, and so wasting them can seem sort of stupid. Waste, not waste. Make, not waste. Waste, not waste. Wait, there's another word there. I believe. So we have this painting here, and we're not really sure if we want to pursue anything with it, except maybe power in maybe what go back to the idea that I go back and forth between, I guess, fantasy and reality. It'd be nice to mix it up, I suppose, and yet I don't have a full grasp of that, or I'm not certain of that, or I have other thoughts that keep me from going full tilt. Thoughts or interest. And I don't know about you, but I'm of that ilk. I'm of that breed, that kind, that scattered brain kind of thought process, but I work with it. It doesn't always work for me, but I think in some ways I'm aware of it, and I get it to work for me at times. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Let's let people know we're here. Let's spread the word. I'm going to spread the word here on Facebook. And then we're going to go over to Twitter, though I don't think I'm signed up with Twitter. Oh, yes, okay, there we go. It's Twitter. Google Plus, who does that? Okay, whatever. Blogger, I don't know, somehow that's not working. Let me try that again. It's forbidden. It's forbidden, I don't know why. It wasn't forbidden yesterday. Tumblr. Let's do Tumblr. And Pinterest. That is not sure how. Again, I don't know how that works. Maybe someone could call in and tell me how Pinterest actually works. I know you're supposed to you're supposed to like certain pins and pin on the board, and okay, so I get, you know what it is. I get a feeling, and I think we all have to really understand this. We can only do so much. I know I'm scatterbrained, so in that sense, or I'm well, all over the place. So this internet, this everything, all these possibilities are there. So I'm perfect. I'm perfect for this kind of mess, in a way. I can handle it, and we can handle it. We can handle it. We can develop ourselves to make perfect sense out of this. Oh, nice sneeze. That felt good. But we can make ends meet. We can make mincemeat. We can make mincemeat out of the internet. But having said that, there are too many things to do or to be active in. Too many departments, too many sections. But I think our brains can't handle it. We can't handle this. I gotta blow my nose. Now I gotta blow my nose. I sneezed and now I still gotta. Oh man. So that's where we're at. Let's Paint TV. Give us a call. And also, if you like the program and you'd like to support the program and be a supporter of the program, you can by being a Patreon of the arts of Let's Paint TV. We have about 4 patrons now that are donating as little as $1 a month to keep this show up and running. You can find that information on letspainttv.com and or this YouTube channel, Let's Paint TV, the one we're broadcasting out of. Okay, so your $1 or more a month is all it takes. Our goal is to get $3,000 a month. I know it's a little far-fetched. It might not be even conceivably possible, but you never know. And then we can go full-fledged in Let's Paint TV, world, land, just nonstop programming for you without any limitations. I guess a little more freer, or what will that do? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if we even get close to that. But that's the goal. We're going to need about 3,000. We're going to need about 3,000 patrons at $1. Now, if I could get everybody, say on Facebook, I have about 2,000 on Facebook. If everyone on Facebook could just give me $1 a month to do what we do here, that would be great. And you know, by just getting everyone to donate $1, there's going to be mathematically or statistically or one of these kind of terms. There'll be people within that 2,000 that will put more than $1 down. So we would easily get to the 3,000, which would be our goal. Why 3,000? That's basically my bare minimum of survivability in this day and age, between you know, keeping a house over your head and paying bills in a metropolitan city of this day and age here in Los Angeles. That's my overhead or my that's my nut that I need to crack. It's not easy. I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I do. Anyway, that's the goal. And if we could do that, that'd be great. But if we only have 2 people watching the program, it's not going to really happen. But anyway, feel free to donate. Like I said, we got 4 people. We're up to $15 coming in a month. All right. Speaking of Patreon, they sent me an email. I don't know what it means. Okay. 818-528-4516. We're going to get on the treadmill here. Feel free to call us here on the program. Otherwise, I'm going to drink my lukewarm. It's not even lukewarm. It's chilled because we're next to the fan. I'm next to a fan, but now my coffee is cold, which is okay. It's hot here. It's not wintertime. It's still summer, as far as I can tell. Okay. I suspect I'm going to need to take a break. I don't know how to say this without, you know, you usually don't see people on TV taking a break. That's what I'm about to do. So hang in there. We'll be right back. Could you imagine Johnny Carson? Hey, I'm gonna go take a dump right now. Well, that's what we do. We do that because this is the real deal. We are the real deal. We are. Ah, man, what is that song? We are. Dun, dun, dun. We are family. We are family. That's right. We got all my brothers and sisters with me. Okay, I'll just be right back. Give me a few minutes. right, we're back. Oh boy, thanks for bearing with me on that. And I'm not going to belabor with the details here, but let's just say it was a well worthwhile experience. Okay, 4516 is the number here. We're taking your calls on the creative process. Frankly, that's the gist of this ongoing experience that we have put forth for you. It is my commitment, my oh, you know, there's a word for this. But what is it? I know there's some cool word to add here, but I don't have it. So when I don't have the really cool word, I just get down to the basics. That's what keeps me going. Is get back to the basics. So suffice to say, which is a cool word. I like that word. Suffice to say, I don't know I don't have that word that I wanted to use. I know it's there. I know that word is there. I'll just say that is my commitment or goal or life goal. It's my commitment to you. How about that? Or sort of it is my hey, prospects there. Prospect might be able to help me out. And if maybe you know what I'm talking about. It is my valid Victorian. No. It's victory art. Victory art. Isn't that something like that? My victory art? I'm on to something here. We're close. And actually, I kind of like victory art. Since we are talking about art and creativity. Here, Let's Paint TV every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12. Now, I'm going to get some exercise in here and get going here as best I can and get some paint on this canvas, I suspect. 818-528-4516, taking your calls here on the program. Let's just get started on the treadmill, move our bones. I go back and forth with my dedication, victory art. Basically what I'm saying is what's the word that you would use for someone who makes it a life passion to spread the word about a particular cause celeb. Am I using victory art or am I on to something with that? I like the word anyway. I might just use it, and maybe by using it and using it incorrectly, it becomes correct because that is the advancement of the language by adding new terms or uses for words to be applied, which I am forever grateful for. Having to stay in line, having to stay focused in on what has been put forth, and stay within those rules, the rules of grammar, the rules of whatever it is. You know what? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Had we stayed that way, had we all stayed in line, lockstep, we would still be speaking the King's really is quite annoying that it cuts out on me like that. All right, let's turn on the treadmill here. I still need to fix my treadmill. It's still quite ruined on it's ruined to such a level that I'm almost thinking of just throwing the darn thing away. But it's still pretty awesome for various reasons. Okay, so we're just going to get started slowly here, which I'm quite content with for the most part, since I'm somewhat out of shape. I don't know if the only way to get back into shape is to just kind of do it every day, which I always find a reason not to do it every day. Excuses. And I'm not a big, I am kind of a big fan of excuses, though at the same time I realize they are detrimental. But I think excuses are also a good thing to have. You got to have an excuse, you know. I mean, come on, have an excuse. Give me an excuse. What's your excuse? Okay, so we're not even really technically exercising. We're just sort of walking. But that could be that is a walk. Walk is an exercise. So maybe that is fine to consider as an option for you that may or may not be of your best service for your noggin, for your health, to your health, people. Boy, it is nothing better than having good health. It helps in many respects. I think, in general speaking, it's a positive having good health. Though we don't really always appreciate. I'm watching Let's Spend TV instead of painting. Well, paint along with me, prospect. Why don't you paint along with me? I'm still kind of dealing with this painting here, but I'm sort of out of paint. But let's get some paint on here anyway, if we can. And I'm just kind of somehow it tells me to hack away, even if it doesn't. Even if it is a sort of a waste of paint, you know, there is that. I look back on how much paint I've wasted over the years. I feel kind of bad a little bit, you know. I mean, I could have been more economical. I could have been a contender, you know. I could have had. I could have had all the paint in the world had I been a little more economical or strategic. It's kind of like the military just shooting off a bunch of bombs. That's kind of what we're doing, or I do, with the paint. Shooting off a lot of, like, you know, missiles and such. You know, $100,000 missiles blowing up all the time, you know, causing craters on the Earth surface, blowing up buildings. That's what I'm liking myself right now. I'm liking myself as a military general, throwing the paint down and wasting the paint. But we do get some progress there somehow. Somehow we keep afloat, as a military generally can, as long as you win. You got to win, though. If you don't win, then you lose, and if you lose, then you can't keep on painting. You got to win. No, actually, you can lose if you paint. I lose all the time, and I win in a sense because I get. I guess in military sense, if you lose, that's kind of it. You can only hope that your captors, your conquerors, are nice to you, as opposed to put you in slavery and stuff. Man, that's a fucked up world, isn't it? It's a fucked up world, people. All right, let's paint now. Let's paint. and try to forget about all the hardships of this world, I suppose. We could, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should really delve into that. I don't know. Okay, well, you feel free to call in if you have something to say. Feel free to chime in. There's the number, 818-528-4516, or come into the chat room and chat away. That's great. By the way, just letting you know, programming note that this Sunday, I'm going to be in Chicago. So just let your friends and family know if you're in the vicinity of Chicago, Illinois. I am going to be making an appearance. And more information there at letspainttv.com. I believe. I better double check that information's there. I think it is. Actually, it might not. Or johnkildup.com. Okay. Okay, Prospect says Hitler was a failed painter. Yeah, I know. That's what they always say. I'm always hesitant to bring up that story. I'm always hesitant to bring up anything about Hitler and the Nazis and art, but there's a whole treasure trove of stuff about that, isn't there? I hate that's such a. I mean, but you kind of have to talk about it. Boy, you know what I always am amazed at, particularly when I was a kid. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, is to think that shit went down only 30, 40 years ago, from that period of time. Now it's even further back. But that's not too far off, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, my parents, were alive during that kind of craziness. And to think of course, that was the only awful thing that's ever happened in humanity, and that we have stopped being awful people to each other is obviously not the case. And sadly, we could only, if you look at history, which I don't really like looking at history, or using history as an example, but there's it could be another scenario where something could come down that's even worse than what that whole thing went down. And of course, there are plenty of similar issues that have happened of late, even right now. Maybe technically not at the same scale, but no doubt, if you are the one being persecuted, it is just as awful as anything ever been, put forth in the past, or it's just as bad. If you're getting killed by a mugger, or being killed by a government, or being killed, however, if you're being killed or tortured, you're still being tortured. I mean, it doesn't. If it's a terrorist organization torturing you, or if it's just the local crack addict torturing you, it's still torture. It's still fucking with your fucking you over, and it's all bad. So. Okay, 818-528-4516. We did a little painting here. Let's get back to it. Is because otherwise I'll just end up talking about nonsense, which we do. Or it's not nonsense, but you wonder what's the point of talking about. We like to go in circles. It seems it can be. I already feel a little better just sort of walking, which is good. Let's go a little faster. 3.5. Get a little pace in here. There you go. Feel that. Just get a little going. Get a little extra with arid, extra dry. Get a little extra. Okay, there's the number, 818-528-4516. We only have the 2 cameras today, it looks like, because I haven't figured out how to get the other ones. Well, there's that one, but that's pretty lame. Excuse me. Oh, whoa, let it out. As they famously been pointed out so many times by so many practitioners of life, a practitioner of life. Let it out. It's always generally a good thing. I think it can be. I suspect it can be. Taking your calls, 818-528-4516. Don't forget, we're still looking. We're actively looking for your patronship to the cause here at Let's Paint TV, and you can find out that information there on this YouTube channel, Let's Paint TV, or letspainttv.com. Even $1 a month, guy. $1 a month could be, and then you can say you're a patron to the arts, for the arts. How about that? Okay. All right. We're just sort of keeping an eye on what's going on here, and I don't really have great updates on what's going on here on this painting, except for it's sitting in front of me. It's in my face. I'm not really sold on what I want to be painting or what I have before me. I'm not convinced by what I got. I don't really have a mission. I don't have a cognitive route to take. I'm in some ways lost. I'm lost. But maybe by just hanging in there, staying with it, we can resolve something. I don't know. Of course, I'm also, as mentioned, out of paint. So we're kind of using a limited palette, which kind of sucks in my IMHO. All right, so but we're gonna have to I got some paint sort of there in the background to add. I can still pull up some paint. So what I'm gonna try to do now actually is, and I could probably get a bigger brush here. I'm gonna try to get, and I've been trying to do this actually, and it's sort of along with the escalator paintings. But I was kind of bouncing back and forth with well, I kind of hinting. I like the idea of introducing fantasy ideas, which we have done with maybe structural upkeep. It's an ongoing theme, I suppose. Though I'm not sure, how it always unfolds. Anyway, I'm kind of going back to the idea of just working from a photograph while running on the treadmill, kind of like the escalator couple of paintings we did here the other day. So maybe that's where I'm at with this. 818-528-4516 is the number. You're watching Let's Paint TV, seen every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon, on your local computer, unless maybe you have it hooked up in another in such a way that you can put it on your TV, which is cool. That's kind of that's the coolest thing of sorts, isn't it? Is able to like watch YouTube stuff on your TV. It really has kind of put the pinch on the cable companies and the people, the cable providers, the people who provide, cable TV crap. When we can just take the stuff off the internet and feed it into our TV monitors, then honestly, that's just there's why we even paying them any money, you know. Okay, so you can watch that. You can watch us however you want to watch us. It's up to you. Anyway, I'm kind of enjoying my little jog, 3.5, believe it or not. But I'm kind of out of paint, so because of that, I kind of need to get some more paint. But I'm gonna do, and we do this a lot. I do this a lot with paint. I don't really want to get to my bag of tricks, my paint bag, if you will, to stop. I don't want to stop the motion, the energy, the motion on the ocean. The stop. I'm kind of happy. I'm in a happy spot right now, right? But there's no paint. It's just a teeny bit. There's a teeny bit. So there's a little bit left on the palette. So I tend to, at times, it is not always the best thing to do, but at times I just use the leftover paint and hack away with what is available to me. But that is not always apropos. It's not appropriate. It's not always workable deal. It's not always a good deal, but that's all right. It's okay. So I think for us, we're gonna make it work. That's what I think. So we can make it work. By chance or by sheer yo by sure movement, sure sustainability on this planet, we will figure something out. Something will click. Something's got to click, even if it ain't clicking right now. But what's clicking, I'll tell you what is clicking is my very moment. I'm clicking, I'm feeling good on all cylinders. Not really, but maybe it's good to, and it's been proven, to at least falsify your happiness, because otherwise you're gonna figure out that there is something that you're not happy with. So they say snap out of it, and we are feeling good. I am feeling good, except for a little minor ache and pain here and there. Okay. All right, stretch. That helps. Okay, but I feel good. I do feel good, and I'm in the neighborhood. I'm feeling good in the neighborhood. Okay, so I'm kind of working on this. I guess it's becoming. I'm reiterating uh-oh, I gotta tie my shoe now. That's gonna be a new problem, the tying of the shoe, because otherwise I will just trip and fall, which would be funny on some levels, but not necessarily my goal. It's not my goal or plan, but I guess if it happens, it happens. Now that I stopped, which I was trying to avoid happening because I was enjoying that, let's put some more paint down on our palette and get a little water too. You're watching Let's Paint TV, guys. We're slowly pushing our way to the top of the hour here on the program. Aimlessly, in terms of what we're trying to do or what we're trying to paint, I am kind of interested now of possibly introducing an idea to what we got going on here. So maybe there's hope. There's hope. Let's get some paint down on the palette now and get back up to running here. Let me put this off to the side here. Gotta clean these brushes too. All right, that's good to know. I got time to clean the brushes. they're dirty. Dirty ass brushes. Okay, so let's put some yellow ochre. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yellow ochre. What is that? Yellow? Okay, we're out of the yellow. Finally, we're out of the yellow. I'm going to just try one more time to get more yellow in here. Nope, that's the end of the yellow. We're out of yellow. We're like all out of yellow. We're about all out of red. We're out of alizarin crimson. This is the last of the red. We'll get by with just a little bit of what we got, but it's not looking good here in the neighborhood, paint wise. Okay, there's the blue. Let's power down some blue here, and some phthalo green. Phthalo green. And then let's get some paint thinner, and then we'll try to hack through some white. Get some more white. Okay, there's a little white. Fantastic. Gotta clean the brushes. Where are we? 89 calories. Okay, back. 0.85 miles. Not a lot of miles going on here. Our goal is always try to go about 2 miles, which I think we could probably pull it off if I go a little faster. So 3.5 here on the program. Let's go back to the painting here if we can. All right, and I'm kind of bringing back the idea of a landscape. Okay, so back to the idea of that, if we can. Let's use our bigger brush now that we've finally pulled that out of our bag of tricks, and spread some of this paint here if we can. Maybe we will leave some of that stuff there. I kind of like the idea of actually leaving some of the fantasy. After all, it's a painting. It's not necessarily just straight ahead. I don't know what it is. And maybe we'll find out. Maybe it's just a dud. It's okay though. And again, maybe we're just having to accept the fact of the waste the waste factor, which is really probably in some ways politically incorrect, isn't it? Or do we still use that phrase? But somehow it could be wasteful. I maybe time and where we won't use paint at all, just because it is. Well, no, I think we're always going to have to paint, because you got to paint a house. As long as you got to paint a house, then I think we're going to always have paint for artists. I don't know. Maybe maybe we will get past that and just do all art on digital means, which we could do here if I figured out how to do that. Then we would have we'd have endless supply of color, which is, hey, then it's just a digital printout. It's an interesting idea, but that's not going to happen today. But it is happening as we speak. It is happening. So something to look forward to, I suppose. Always something to look forward to. And if you can look forward to a good thing, that's always going to feel better in your brain than looking forward to a bad thing. I know that from experience. Just a tip, your tip of the iceberg, your tip of the day. Also, asparagus tips are on sale at your local farmer's market. Okay, 818-528-4516, taking the first call of the program. And so somehow I'm going to leave some of this. Now you're probably looking on, you're thinking, oh, this guy's really knows what he's doing. He's got it all figured out. I'm saying that there might be one or two out there that thinks that, and the rest don't. And I think the rest are correct. I don't know what's going on here, but maybe we will figure it out. It's just entirely possible. Figuring stuff out is the name of the game here. Figuring out equations mathematically in some way. It's not mathematical. It's just, but figuring out the unknown, I think, is what maybe we're up against. If that's what it is. Okay, I kind of sort of like this tanker. These circles. Somehow I'm gonna re-bring them out. But I also like the crazy paint. So it's not necessarily a tank, which is where we were initially had put in, but it's something else. It's an expression of paint, an application of the paint. I don't know. It's kind of interesting though. For some reason, I'm seeing these the idea put forth. It doesn't mean anything. That's the weird thing is that sometimes these things don't mean anything. And maybe that's the true genius of being lost in the paint, in the process, is maybe you see something that leads to something, but you can't always know what it is, what comes that leads you, what does lead you, to that point. It is kind of a strange problem solving. I guess it's a little bit of a problem solving kind of deal, which is maybe it can be a little frustrating though, because it's the unknown, and we don't really know how to sometimes deal with the unknown, because it does something to your head. Your head gets bent out of shape because we don't know. 131 calories. 1.25, guys. 1.25 miles. I don't know if we're gonna get to 2 miles. I gotta leave at a hard 12 noon today, so we might not get to 2. But I got my mojo back. Not necessarily in the painting. A little glimpse that might lead me to a new development. But what? I don't know. It's just now we had some city stuff in the background, but I'm gonna try to reapply, or add a more city. Up. This doesn't help, does it? Thing falling off on me. I'm gonna try to add the city, a more close up of the city, of a street scene. At least give hints of it, if we can. But maybe leave some of it. You know, I mean, maybe we're going back and forth, and maybe we're on to something. You know, right? We're on to something, or we're not. That, my friends, is what it kind of is all about. The ups and downs, but the continuum, and even through the struggle that seems as if we're lost, there becomes these effervescence, these bubbles of ingenuity bubbles that percolate from us staying at it, people. The bubbles start to percolate. You gotta hang in there. Hack away. And there'll be that little glimmer, that little glistening, that little percolation of the bubble. And then it feels good. You start to feel better. You feel better about your process, whatever you're doing, you feel better because you found a window. A possibility. That's what we're kind of up against here right now. I'm going to put this person, he's walking across the street here. I mean, I could get rid of him, but I just sort of saw it there. That's the curb. And there's some more people walking across. I don't know. Okay, there's a street post. Let's put a little street light there. How are we doing with 1.47 miles? So we're getting close to our goal, but I don't think we're going to make it. Okay, some progress here. 163 calories and 1.57. Okay, let's put some red on the floor. There's kind of a red on the sidewalk. Maybe we'll put them back in. We'll see. Do we really need to be so exact on what we're trying to do here? I guess I'm on that idea to some degree, but we also want to have the unknown or just some more interesting stuff going on paint-wise, and not be locked into what we're, looking at. At least I'm playing with that thought. I don't know if it's always something that we need to understand or have a plan of attack always. I think we can maybe, change it up at a moment's notice, guys, at a moment's notice. But at the moment, I guess I am somewhat applying structural analysis to what I'm seeing. But by all means, we are open. I am open to the unknown, to other factors, and not my moves to, though it does seem like I am to some degree, but hopefully we don't stay too long in that process, and we can open it up a little bit. But we'll see. We got a good start here on the program, on this painting. We'll try to get back on it tomorrow. I think I got no real, I don't foresee any reason why I won't be able to work on this painting tomorrow, guys. So that is exciting in itself. 1.71 miles, that's going to be all we got here for us today. But we'll be back tomorrow to try to work on this some more. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, you can be a patron of the arts. Go to letspainttv.com, and for $1 a month or more, you can support Let's Paint TV. This Sunday, Julius Caesar Gallery this Sunday, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, this Sunday. Okay, that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I do like Basquiat. Big fan of Basquiat. But I can't pronounce his name. All right, bye-bye.